Hello, hello, hello. I'm Chelsey.
And I'm Sammy, and this is
Deepish.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thirsty Thursday.
Happy Thirsty Thursday.
We got
Our drinks. Cheers.
If you're not watching this, where do you think we got our drinks, guys? We're here in Utah.
Yeah. Swig, duh.
Yeah, swig. Well, honestly, what's your favorite drink place? Out of all of the Utah hub, what's your favorite?
It used to be so delicious.
Oh,
I feel like their
really?
blend is way better.
Ooh, okay.
Their carbonation's stronger.
Yeah.
But they're just harder. You know, there's not one on every corner like there's a Swig. So then I usually just go to Swig. But I don't really get drinks all that much. I used to so much more.
I know. I feel like you did.
I know. But I just get a Diet Coke thing at Costco. And then I'm perfectly happy with that. With my lemon, my glass cup.
Do you still feel confident if we do a drink test, you'll know?
Yeah. Let's do one.
Okay. I want you to be that girl that's like McDonald's, swig, can, bottle.
Yeah, I will try.
Okay.
I'm not a big McDonald's Diet Coke girl, which is
I feel like McDonald's has like
take.
a really good blend. Oh, no. You know who has the best blend is Wendy's.
What?
I don't know of Coke, but Dr. Pepper Wendy's hits so hard.
Okay, I don't remember the last time I went to Wendy's, first of all. Second of all, have we talked about this before? The 3 best blends of Diet Coke?
No, tell me.
First of all, Del Taco.
Whoa, random.
Yeah, these are the top 3. Del Taco,
Okay.
Cinemark Movies, Mi Ranchito.
You're so random to me right now.
Mi Ranchito, you go in on a hot summer day. The salsa is spicy, and they bring you out ice cold Diet Coke with cherry flavoring. Oh, and it burns so good.
I feel like restaurants, their soda's always flat.
You know who has the worst Diet Coke
Who?
of all time?
Who?
Olive Garden.
Sick.
I would never get a Diet Coke there. It makes me sad when I have to get water at a place.
I know, but sometimes I'm drinking these sodas at places and there's no carbonation here.
Yeah, that's exactly it. When it's flat.
Mm-hmm. But you know what drink place I love the best?
What?
Thirst.
Oh, I would love Thirst. They just opened one up in PG, but they don't really have one by me. I would totally go to Thirst.
Thirst is everything because also they have, it's not every day, but they have these huge pretzel twists. Oh my gosh, because everyone's like, oh, the beignets are so good, the beignets. And I tried them, they're not good.
Really? I think they're good.
I just feel like they taste so cakey. And a beignet, for me, I want it to be a scone texture, like very light and fluffy, and it's very dense.
Yeah, it is dense. I get what you're saying.
Heavy.
It's like very doughy.
Yes, like
dough. Heavy. I saw that they make the mini ones. I wonder if those are any better because the ratio is different, where they're not so thick.
I know, because the other day I got the pretzel twist. It's a huge, like a big pretzel twist, and I think it was garlic something flavored. Oh my gosh, it was
so
the
good.
best pretzel I've ever had.
Well, and their pretzel bites are so good. Like, compared to Swigs, like Swigs are
garbage.
Microwaved. Thirst are so much better.
But they make it from the same dough. They're mini ones. So I got them, and they're good, but I've been craving the pretzel twist. But they gave me an insider tip. If you DoorDash Thirst and order the pretzels, they'll make them to order. So they only do them like once a week, I think.
Okay.
But the guy was like, oh no, DoorDash them and then they'll make them for you. And
oh, you'll be all over that.
Oh, it was so good. And I love the free popcorn and it's just a vibe. So when I take the kids, I always get them a sparkling water thing.
Yeah.
And then their free popcorn. You introduced me to Thirst.
Oh, I used to go every single time I came up to Salt Lake.
Yeah, because
Like,
we
I
went to a
would go
hotel and
out
you're
of
like,
my
no, we
way.
have to go to Thirst, and it was so good.
Yeah, it is so good.
But did we tell them we're in the car?
No, guys, we're in the car today. We're doing car part 2 because I got my new car. And so drove up to Chelsea's.
So nice. It's so nice.
Yeah.
It was weird though, because you drove up to my house and I'm walking out and you're parked outside of my house and I'm like, who's this random? Where is Sammy?
I know, it's so weird.
You're not associated with this car at all to me yet.
Someday I will be. I even felt that way because I hadn't driven it in a while and I was like, whoa, I forgot I have this car. It's weird.
So today, what are we talking about?
Okay, so today we are talking about worst friendship breakups.
Oh, this one was sad.
There's something about a friendship breakup that really sticks with you.
Yes, because we have had a friendship breakup.
Oh,
when we
it
got
was
back
funny.
together.
When we were talking about this, I was thinking about our friendship breakups and thought we should talk about the biggest fights that we've had.
We've had some big fights.
But especially in high school, we broke up like 3 times.
Like legit breakup.
I know.
And then got back together and then broke up. And it felt more tragic to me than any romantic partner I've ever had. Because it was like, we're
so
done.
Different.
But we were so dramatic. Like, we're done.
I know. But that is the thing. I literally was thinking about that today because I would never dare
I know.
have that with anyone else. Mm-hmm. But I've always been the dramatic friend in my friend group in the sense of like, oh, listen to this song and listen to the lyrics and this guy, like totally this, or fantasize about things or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're just like me. Yeah. And so we totally just
But also it was drama. There was drama in high school for sure.
Well, I mean, we met because we were dating the same boy, and then we both kept hooking up with that boy behind each other's backs. And so every single time someone else would find out, it would be like, how dare you? And then we would stop talking for like a week.
And then it was like, we're done with him, and then talk to him again, and then talk to each other. It was like a messy.
It was
messy. But also, looking back on that time, I'm not proud of myself.
Same. We can't blame each other. But it was just the best when we were like, okay, it's time. We can't do this anymore.
Not talk to each other? Or because we would stop talking. We're like, okay, we can't be friends anymore. And then it would be a text or let's meet up for a drink. Like so dramatic. Or
like some like family drama we'd call each other.
Yes. And then that stopped after high school. No more friendship breakups. But okay, here's my question. I guess we'll get into this as we're reading some of these submissions. But do you feel like if someone is consistently having friendship breakups, are they the problem? I know people that are constantly talking about like, we're not friends anymore, friendship breakup, like I had to cut her out of my life. I've heard these recurring themes, and someone that has that many friendship breakups, you kind of have to look within yourself a little bit.
I'd say if you have 2 or more friendship breakups, you're the problem.
Yeah. I agree with that, because one is like, you get a freebie.
Like there's something that happened
and it's awful, and it either fades out or it's a horrible explosion fight or something.
Or if you have a fallout with a group, I wouldn't necessarily say you're the problem, but there's those girls that are like, yeah, this friend stopped talking to me, and then this girl, we aren't friends anymore because she did this to me. There's the victim friend where people are like, okay,
exactly,
hard to be friends with type thing.
Some of these I'm like, are you the problem though?
Yeah.
Some of these warranted friendship breakups. Have you ever, besides me, have you ever broken up with a friend?
I've definitely had like fade outs with a friend. And then I've had times in high school and junior high and stuff where me and my friends weren't talking for months at a time or something. It was always usually over a boy.
I know, the boys.
But I'm trying to think as a grown up. In my adult life, like, no. I feel like well, actually, that's a lie. I feel like I've had one friend where it's ups and downs. Or we won't talk for a few years because of something, but it's like we've been friends since childhood.
Because obviously it's natural to fade out of friendships, you know?
Yeah.
Ebbs and flows.
A fade and an intentional fade.
Yes. Or you realize, wow, this person's toxic, or this really hurt,
or
and
like
then you stop talking.
Yeah. Where you're like, something big happens.
But we would have mutual breakup, like a breakup conversation.
Yeah. And then we'd be listening to like heartbreak music about each other.
No, it was brutal.
It was brutal. And it's sad. Okay, I want to know if you can name the top 3 biggest fights we've ever gotten into.
One, when I found that picture.
What picture?
Of you
Tell
and
the audience.
Beep kissing.
John Doe.
John Tucker.
Yeah, we'll refer to him as John Tucker. When
I found that picture of you and John Tucker, we're in your room.
Yeah, why don't you tell the story?
Okay, so we're in your room. This is senior year. So... ... his best friend was taking one of your best friends to a dance, and so you're like, oh, John Tucker wants to take me to this dance, is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, sure, but I thought you were just going as friends.
Oh yeah, I was like, yeah, we're just friends.
And I was like, okay, cool. And at the time, was I dating him?
I don't know, but I was hanging out with him at the time.
I mean, he might have been my boyfriend. Yeah, he might have been my boyfriend at this time.
You were probably dating him, and I was probably sleeping at his house. And then we weren't telling each other.
Yeah, because we were for sure, I think, in the middle of getting back together, me and this kid.
Which I didn't know. That's the thing, though. Is
but
we
then
have
you
to,
would tell. Yeah, we didn't know. Neither of us
both
knew,
were saying
but
that we were both friends with him.
Yeah, friends or not talking. But then we need to do a whole debrief on the whole situation. Yeah. But okay, so you go to the dance with him, and then you come back, and I think the next few days, me and him did get back together, or maybe I don't remember. Oh yeah, because I was going to his sister's wedding.
Classic.
Oh my gosh, this is so dramatic. Okay, so I was going to a sister's wedding, so we were back together. And you get home from the dance, whatever, weeks pass. You're like, yeah, we're just friends. Nothing happened at the dance. It was great. And I totally bought it. He told me the same thing. Like, yeah, we just went as friends. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm in your room. And we're just chilling, talking, whatever. And you're like, I need to go to the bathroom. So I'm just looking through your stuff like I usually do. And I open the drawer. And I see a photo booth picture. And it's like, more 2011. And it's you guys making out in every single frame. And I was like, my heart sunk, because I think his sister's wedding was that day. I was supposed to be going that night to a sister's wedding. You're in the bathroom and I'm like shaking. You come in and I put the picture to you and I'm like, liar.
I'll never forget. I come out of the bathroom and I'm just like, doop-to-doo. We lived in like a split level home. So my bedroom's at the top level. And then you go down just like 3 or 4 stairs and there's my kitchen. And my dad's in the kitchen. And Chelsea's just like, liar! And storms out of the house. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I look at my room and I see that picture. And I'm like, yeah, it's about right.
And I was pissed. So I leave.
But here's the thing, is like from my side, I'm like, yeah, we're just friends, because you're also like, we're not dating.
Did I tell you anything?
No, I didn't know you guys were hanging out at all or anything. And so the fact that you go up to his sister's wedding, you were also living a double life, because I had no idea either.
I know. Okay, so I remember I leave. Just to cap this story off, I leave, go home, change into my revenge dress, which is like a pencil skirt and like flowy
a peplum top.
Yeah, literally. And he was texting me and he was like, where are you? Because I was supposed to be going to the ceremony and stuff, like not in it, but just like at the ceremony.
I was like supposed to walk down the aisle as a bridesmaid.
So he's texting me during the ceremony. He was like, where are you? And I missed the ceremony. And I'm just freaking Cruella DeVille driving up the canyon like I am going to destroy his life. I get there, and it's during the reception. He comes up to me, and he's like, oh, my gosh, how's da-da-da-da. And then I kind of push him off.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, I kind of push him off, and I'm like, I know what you and Sammy did. And his face dropped it. Because there was probably a laundry list. He's like, I'm not saying the first thing.
Yeah. He was like, what? Oh, the photo? Oh, yeah, about that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he didn't say anything. He's like, what? Did you find out? And I was like, the photo, you guys kissed at this dance. And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. And then I was like, we're through. We're done. Da-da-da-da. And left his sister's wedding. That was my drama.
Actually done, though.
No, I'm sure there was a ... I don't remember, though, everything.
Yeah. And then me and you, we must have stopped talking or something.
I remember we met up at East Lawn Cemetery. And we were talking about our lives and, like, we can't be friends anymore, but...
What we've been up to this summer, just all the things.
And then we, like, drove away.
And there was a third girl involved that he ended up marrying and then divorcing.
Oh, but...
Then he got into a polyamorous relationship. So I think the player life was always just meant for him, you know?
I know. Wish him well.
What if we have just done that? Been, like, a poly family?
Honestly, maybe.
We'd just be BFFs.
No, but here's the thing, though, too, is I feel like that relationship in high school, this is the cautionary tales I'm going to tell my kids. When you're that young, your heart is so fragile. It was the end of the freaking world.
Yeah, but that's how everyone feels about their high school relationships.
But it's, like, too much. Like, I feel like looking back, I'm like, I shouldn't have been involved.
Just don't let your kids watch the OC, and you'll be fine.
I know, I'm literally Marissa Coopering it all over the place. No, but what I wish... I remember my mom telling me, I was probably, like 18, bawling over him. And I was like, I will never not feel this pain. My mom was like, I promise you this pain will go away. And there will be a time where you don't even think about him. And I was like, that's impossible. And now looking back on it, it's comical. Yeah. How random and irrelevant he is. Yeah. But in those moments, you're like, it will never not be this way.
It's so true.
Isn't that so weird? So that was number one. What do you remember our other fights?
Yes. I'm trying to think. I don't remember them super vividly. The only other two I remember is basically, this would have been after I got home from San Francisco.
We got after that? About what?
Yeah, no, because I like Nieder's parking lot.
Nieder's parking lot was like junior year.
No, Nieder's parking lot. I remember because you were dating home? Brandon. Yeah.
There's no way I said all that stuff to you when I was dating Brandon.
Oh, no, 1000%. Because I remember I got home from San Francisco and basically I had a talk with you where I was like, I want you to like put more effort into this friendship. I feel like I'm putting so much in and you literally don't have time to hang out with me. And you were like, I'm sorry, I just like don't want to. And I was like, okay, cool. And then like we literally just left the conversation there.
I remember that conversation and I was a monster. But I swear that was junior year.
No. Because that wouldn't have like, you didn't have time for me. I would have just kidnapped you and taken you to the Linden Pool. You know what I mean?
Linden Pool Neaters and Linden Pool Neaters.
No, but this was like the Riverwoods. And I was like, okay, cool.
Oh my gosh. I remember.
But like, I don't know how we recovered from that. I must have just like gradually
got better. And then I guess our most recent fight was we went on a trip 2 or 3 years ago to Vegas. It wasn't like a huge fight, but I wanted to get my nails done. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah. Remind me. Over breakfast. We like literally.
We have these like sister moments.
We're screaming at each other over brunch.
It's like, we're like, it's brunch. I got my nails done. What was it though?
Okay, no, this is the thing, is because we were supposed to go get our nails done. So we planned this whole trip. We ran this baby clothing business together. And we would just sell baby clothes at shows and make a bunch of money and go on girls' trips, or go get massages or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we had this whole plan to go get our nails done before we went on this girls' trip to Vegas. We could get pedicures and whatever. And you like bailed on me to get your nails done.
No.
Yes, no.
I got my nails done there, and you got your nails done before, and then I copied you, remember?
Because I got them done before, but we were supposed to go together.
Oh, and I bailed on you before.
So, like, before the trip, you're like, sorry, I can't come, whatever. And so I was like, okay, fine, I just went by myself. And then we're in Vegas, and she's like, your nails are so cute, like, all trip. I'm like, yeah, bitch, like, you didn't come with me to get my nails done, you know?
Okay.
And then the last day, we're going to brunch, and Chelsey gets like a full set. They take like 2 hours, okay? It's not like she's throwing on some shellac or something. So we go get to brunch, like, yeah, it's gonna be like a 20-30 minute wait. And she's like, oh, there's a nail salon right there. I'm gonna go get my nails done. She's like, come in here. And it was when I did like rainbow French tips. And so she's like, hold out your hand, like matching every color to my French tips. And I'm like, I'm not. Oh, and I go to lengths
to not be copied.
No, I don't care that you copied me. But it was the day that we were leaving. And I was like, I just want one last fun brunch with you. And like, you're getting your fucking nails done. And I was like grumpy that trip because I was on 75 hard. And so I still had to get 2 workouts in.
Oh, so you could wake up at like 5.
I would wake up and go do laps around the freaking casino
and then
at
you
the
would
gym.
come and sit in the dark room until I woke up.
Yeah. So I had just had it with her at this point. But that's the thing. I love this about you, but also hate it about you because you'll just do whatever the F you want. You don't really think it through of like, how does this impact others? But also, I'm just going to get my nails done. So I'm like, do you think I want to sit here for an hour and 30 minutes when we haven't eaten brunch yet?
You were hangry.
I was hangry, and like also I was just like pissed that we were doing that, and I was like, you could have just gotten your nails done with me. I was pissed you bailed before, and like it's like a whole mountain story.
Yes. And
then you were so scary to me. I don't know like what you said at
something
brunch,
unlocked,
but you were basically
because
like,
the thing is like I'm not. We've had this conversation. I'm not very scary. I'm not a very scary friend.
Yeah.
But something unlocks. It's literally that time at Neaters, and then this time is the only 2 times I've probably ever been scary.
No, there's another fight I'm about to bring out.
But you're more scary than me on a daily.
Yeah.
But you're scarier, and I'm more emotional.
Yeah.
But then something unlocked, and I get to, because she was like, I'm just going to go check in and order us food.
Yeah.
Because our table was ready. And then you sit there, and I come, and I was happy because I was like, I got my nails done.
And she comes in, and she's just like tapping her little nails on the freaking table, like on the little menu, like, what should I order? Like, don't you love my nails? As like, aren't my nails so cute? And I'm like, I'm going to punch you in the face.
I was trying to get you happy, and then finally you're like, no, I'm annoyed. And then I like snapped, and I was like, no, like I feel like, because that trip, I just felt like I wasn't doing what I wanted to do or something. And so I was like, no, I wanted to do this, and I decided to do it.
Yeah, and it was basically, you're just like, I don't care what you think, and like I can do whatever the hell I want. So like, if you want to sit through this brunch and be quiet, then that's fine. And then we're both crying.
And then you're crying. No, and the guy at the tables. The tables are so close.
They're like Cheesecake Factory status.
Yes. They're so close together, and the guy next to us is like looking over at
There
us.
was one point we were like actually screaming at each other though, and I was like, I don't care. I know the whole restaurant can hear me, but I'm so pissed at you.
But isn't that such a sister fight? Like, over nothing.
But the rage that you feel inside, the hate that I had for you in that moment is like a sisterly hate where I'm just like, you're a demon. Like,
but then we
a male
ate,
demon.
But then we ate food, and then we were like fine.
We were just like jamming out to Britney Spears on the way home.
Yeah, we were hangry, we ate, we were fine. Then we get in the car and we were laughing and having fun 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
So that was probably our last fight.
Yeah.
We don't really fight.
I feel like we've gotten really good at hard conversations.
Yeah, hard conversations, and then just communicating. And having multiple businesses together, we've had to learn that the hard way. You just have to talk about these things. And I feel like a lot of friendships couldn't survive having businesses together.
It is hard, and the reality of it.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Apologize to me too.
I know, I'm sorry. Are we mad at each other?
No, we're fine.
I feel like we're good. But the friendships are so complicated, especially when you've been friends for so long.
Yeah.
A lot of my friendships I've been friends with for the majority of my life.
Yeah.
And so there's so much water under the bridge.
I feel like when you're younger, friendships are everything, and it's so all-consuming, and you're with them all the time. But when you get older, you're obviously my best friend, and I talk to you every single day, and I see you at least once a week. But most of my friendships are pretty minimal effort required. Yeah. And I see them every few weeks or once a month. And low maintenance is my energy right now. You know?
Yeah.
And so I don't even feel like I'm not even close enough to enough of my friends right now to even have a friendship breakup. You know what I mean?
Totally, because it would probably just fade out.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point in life, it would take something massive
to have a friendship breakup.
For me and any of my best friends, my closest friends, to all of a sudden stop being friends, it would take a big scandal.
But it's hard though too, because even my high school friends, they're feuding. And there's cracks in our high school friend. And it's, we're 32 and there's still drama. But it's very little things that turn into big things. But I think it's a lot of underlying things throughout the history of friendships that come to the surface that crack.
Yeah. That's so true.
Relationships. It's not just one thing usually.
Yeah.
Because the thing that breaks it is so stupid. Even the politics and stuff like that. Some of my friends are not friends because of politics and stuff like that.
And if you're letting politics get in the way of your friendship life, like, that's sad.
But there's other layers to it.
Yeah.
It's like politics is what they
it's
say.
Like your personalities aren't
aligned.
And your morals aren't aligned. There's obviously deeper things to it. But I also will say one thing too about our friendship. I'm so glad we have really been able to navigate being at different phases of our life, pretty much our whole friendship, which is crazy. The fact that we can see each other through things that we don't understand and can't relate to is wild.
Oh, totally. And I'm so grateful for our friendship in the sense of it's so complex. There's so many layers and facets, and even when I'm like, oh, there's no way we could get closer or be more involved in each other's lives, we find that new layer and level.
Yeah.
And it's really special because I think a lot of people don't experience a best friendship like this, where there's so much history and depth there, but still.
But it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort on the other side. The receiving side is amazing, but you also have to really go out of your way to put in effort and to communicate. It is like your relationship with your husband. You have to communicate if you're feeling a lack. And I feel like a lot of women aren't down to put in that effort.
Yeah. Or a lot of people just have surface relationships.
And maybe they're fine with that.
Yeah. But I love having a deep, meaningful relationship.
Totally. Should we get into it?
Yeah. Let's get into some of these stories.
Now that we've talked about how good our friendship is, let's talk about how
shitty
other people's are. Okay, do you want to go first?
Yes.
Okay, you guys, this episode is sponsored by Minky Couture, which honestly is my dream sponsor. Something about a Hugs Minky blanket fresh out of the package. I feel like I need one for every special occasion. I'm like, okay, the seasons are changing. Let me get a fresh Minky because they make life that much better. So I've been thinking, I want to get one for my IVF journey just to be with me through my whole egg retrieval and the transfer and have something to snuggle up. I got my very first Minky blanket when my mom passed away. My friend gifted me that. And now it's my go-to gift for somebody who's lost someone or is going through something, because wrapping that, it literally is a comfort warming hug.
Yes, exactly. My first experience with Minky was when Lennox, he's 7 now, he was in the NICU, and they gave him to all the parents in the NICU, a small infant blanket.
They did?
Yes. And I remember just wrapping Lennox in that and cuddling with him skin to skin and then putting the Minky over, and it meant so much to me. It was such a thoughtful little gesture. I've had all my babies wrapped in it, and I just fell in love with the company then. And now my house is covered in Minky blankets. My boys on their beds, when we're cuddling on the couch watching a movie. It's weird how it's becoming part of our story a little bit.
Totally.
And they have so many different sizes, textures, patterns. You will 100% find the one that matches your aesthetic, what texture you like, everything. And some are a little more weighted, like the Hugs version. It's so good. If you want to experience it yourself, head over to minkycouture.com and use code DEEPISH for 50% off.
50% off. It's amazing.
Yes. Get cozy, stay soft, and hold on to those blankets while they become part of your story.
Okay, so to remind you guys, our submission this week was, tell us about the worst friendship breakup you've ever had or that any of your friends have ever had.
Okay. So this is one of our submissions. I started noticing something was off when our friend group chat went silent, or at least quiet for me. Inside jokes I wasn't a part of, weekend plans I wasn't invited to. One friend stopped responding altogether. Another unfollowed me on Instagram. It felt subtle at first, but then became impossible to ignore. I finally found out what was happening through someone on the edge of the friend group. Apparently, one of my closest friends had been talking behind my back, saying I was toxic and draining and too intense and always made things about me. All of it started after I had set a boundary with her about how she talked to me during an argument. I wasn't rude. I just said I didn't like how she was treating me and needed space. I guess that gave her enough ammo to paint me as the villain, and everyone else just went along with it. I didn't lose one friend. I lost 5. I have never had a breakup hurt that much, not even romantically. It felt like being pushed out of my chosen family.
See, that's probably the worst kind, is when you get dumped from a group.
Totally.
Or you have a falling out with one person in the group and then the others fall.
Even hearing that story, there's so many layers there.
She
had to communicate with her friend. I didn't like how you talked to me. We need to set a boundary, which is huge that she was willing to communicate that. But then it turns into the allegiances with that girl and the other girls follow that one girl. A group dynamic is so difficult when 2 people are feuding. Like I said, my high school friend group is dealing with that.
Okay, but my take on that is, if you have a friend group that, let's say this exact scenario happens and they all unfollow you, you're better off without them. Because if they're going to be petty like that and they're just going to unfollow you just to follow this other person and just be like, yeah, back each other up, then I would rather not.
But it's so hard.
That type of friend group.
But then you feel so left out. Imagine just like
Yeah, it would hurt for sure. But it's the same thing as a regular breakup where you're just like, why you could stay in a shitty relationship and have it not hurt. But if I saw those friends like out to dinner or something, it would sting for a second. But then I'd remind myself, like, those are some bitches. I don't want to be friends with them.
Yeah. Oh, it's just,
you know,
that one like feels so
close to home for you.
Yeah, not close to home, but I feel like I could relate to that feeling
of feeling left out. Yeah.
Or I guess knowing my friendship circle, what they're going through, I'm like, oh, I hate that. I hate that someone's feeling left out.
So how do you navigate that when you have 2 friends in a group fighting?
I feel like if I don't have beef with either of them, then I'm just friends with both of them. You know?
So if you're planning a party or something, you invite both of them?
Yeah, I would invite both of them. But they might be like, oh, is so-and-so going? Is so-and-so going? And I'm like, that's your guys' beef. I'm inviting both of you if it's up to me. But if one of them is going to invite me, I'm not going to invite the one they're fighting with.
Yeah.
I'll go to who is inviting me. And that's their thing. But if it's a third party or if it's like my birthday dinner, I'm going to invite both. And if they want to come, great. If they don't, then that's on them.
Oh, it's so hard. The whole group chat thing in general, just leaving the group chat and
oh my gosh,
having
the group
separate
chat.
chats and all the things is so sad.
Okay, you go.
Okay. This girl said, we had been friends since high school. I stood by her side at her wedding, helped with planning the bachelorette. Then a month after the wedding, she completely disappeared. No explanation. I saw on Instagram she had moved and started a new job. It was like I was just a placeholder until the wedding was over. Honestly, this has happened to me before. Especially for all my friends who got married when we were super young and they married some random guy that they met outside of our friend group. I feel like it's kind of normal that they've just got involved with married life, started hanging out with his friends' wives, and then leaves their single friends behind.
Totally. There were so many submissions about bridesmaid scandal.
Like, weddings can destroy friendships.
Yes, like I had one. I won't like read the whole thing, but it was basically like she asked her to be one of her bridesmaids, like a whole box and everything. And then a month later, she got a text that was basically like, hey, I've been thinking, I just don't feel like your energy quite aligns with what I want for my wedding. Sorry. Basically rescinded the bridesmaid invite.
Wow.
And then unfollowed her on Instagram and they're not friends.
Yeah.
Imagine like getting the invite and then having it taken away.
Yeah. But it is such a shitty feeling. The friends getting married and leaving you behind. You understand it when you're on the other side because you're married, but I've had that happen multiple times with multiple friends. And then usually they'll swing back around, but there's this girl that I was a bridesmaid in her wedding and I haven't seen her since.
Oh, totally. I'm like, same. But on my end of it, now it doesn't sting.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't sting. No.
So that girl that submitted the story, give it like 5 years, you're not going to care at all.
Because that friend's just so irrelevant to you in your life.
Yeah, because a true friend and a lifelong friend is not going to do that to you.
And I think a lot of people just, for their bridesmaids, all my bridesmaids were like lifelong friends, but a lot of people will just choose the friends they're closest to at the time.
Yes. You had a lot of bridesmaids?
Mm-hmm.
I had so many.
But I know I'll be friends with all of them.
Because they're like all your they're all your childhood friends.
So it's not like I was like, oh, my random college roommate.
Yep.
A lot of people had those. So I don't know. Try not to take it too personally, but I also feel like that one's not too deep.
Okay, this one's short. And I thought this was funny. My friend and I had always talked about starting a podcast together. We brainstormed names, made and shared a document, even recorded a few practice episodes. And then one day she launched a show with someone else. Same concept, same title. Found out from her Instagram reel.
Oh, no.
Is that like
if
what
you would have done that?
What if it's like one of my friends that's saying that about me and I just didn't tell you that I had been talking to Gwen about starting a podcast?
That would have been crazy. Can you imagine?
No, but I thought that was so funny. But that is savage.
See, that type of stuff sucks.
But that's nail in the coffin for their friendship.
Yeah, it is.
But they're like similar to there's these shady things.
I know, but it's hard
because that girl clearly was like, I'm sorry to this girl, but she was like, I don't want to do a podcast
like love
with
this
you.
idea, but not with you.
Exactly.
It's hard because I think you could still be friends, especially if the podcast fails.
No, there's no right now though. Imagine that. Imagine we went to dinner, okay, and we had the whole deepish conversation, like our origin story, and then you just don't hear from me, and then boom, me and Rachel start the podcast, and it's called Deepish.
Oh, I would.
That's nail in the coffin.
Yeah. Which would be so sad and stupid that ended our friendship, all just me wanting to start a podcast.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that hurts and that stings. And then now she has to watch their stupid episodes every week. And what if it does take off and she just has to sit back and watch it?
I wonder, call her daddy and her old host.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like she's like so bitter?
Oh, I'm sure she's kicking herself, yeah.
But also, I think she's still pretty popular, but it's like,
she has her own podcast still. I don't think it does nearly as well. Like, obviously, you don't hear about her. She's kind of irrelevant.
But
that would suck.
And I think they had a lot of drama. But that's what I'm saying. We're even doing this with you, my best friend. There's just so many conversations we have to have that sometimes are uncomfortable.
Do you not know the drama that happened with them?
No.
They have one of the most iconic friendship breakups. Okay. So basically, they had signed on this podcast deal with Barstool Sports.
Okay.
And the podcast was only like $20,000 a year, something like nothing. And then they were making like millions of dollars for Barstool. So they went to them and wanted to renegotiate their contract. They just had different ideas of the renegotiation. But Alex, who had originally started the podcast and invited Sophia to do it with her, had wanted to take this deal, and Sophia had this boyfriend who was like, no, you don't settle for anything less than this. You walk if they don't give you this much money or whatever. So then Sophia walked and got paid out, and then Alex got to keep the show.
I know the story now because I think Dave Portnoy, he was like, if you do it for one more year, then you can have Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
The name will be yours. And she was like, oh, sweet. I don't want any more money. I'll do this for another year.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
So that type of stuff, if me and you were, you're like, but it's $1 million. And I'm like, yeah, but then we could hold the long game. I could see how that could happen.
But also, here's the thing, though, too. I feel like it'd be different if I started the podcast and invited you.
Yeah, it's not even that Alex started the podcast. I think it was more like her being like, kind of like how I was like, I want to start a podcast. Do you want to do it? Like, should we do it together? I think she just brought it up to her. But I don't think that Alex had it going before. It was always them two, you know?
But here's the thing, too. I watched her documentary, Alex Cooper's documentary, and she was like, our friendship was horrendous behind the scenes.
Yeah, which is sad.
But I just don't feel like they were true friends.
Yeah,
no?
Just random roommates.
I feel like, for instance, you and I, we have such a solid foundation.
And Alex didn't know his character. And all
yeah,
that.
and we've also done businesses before this podcast together. So we know how to work professionally together as well.
And I think our friendship is more important to us than the podcast.
1000%.
I feel like we could walk.
Yeah.
Easy. Okay, I'll read one. Okay, I've been trying to get into influencing, and so I've been posting a lot on Instagram and TikTok. I started getting weird responses to my stories and comments trolling my social media from a random account. Things like critiquing my parenting, saying my outfit was yikes, and that my husband looked miserable. Eventually, I started deleting these comments and wanted to dig into this person before I blocked them. Long story short, I was able to track the email linked to the account back to my best friend. I texted her screenshots of all the comments she left, as well as her very obvious email address. Said absolutely nothing else, and then blocked her on everything. We used to talk every day, but it's been almost 2 years since I've seen or talked to her. Oh,
jealous. That's all that bleeds.
It is. I know.
It is jealousy.
It's jealousy, but that ended a friendship because, yeah, why would you want that kind of energy in your life?
For me hearing her, I'm so glad she's not friends with her, and she found out.
Yeah.
Because it's like, no, literally, bye. You have no time for these people that are jealous, and give that energy off. And also,
or want you to fail.
That's the thing too, where I'm realizing, especially a lot of my friends, they're trying new things and they're putting themselves out there, and a lot of them are like, oh, I know this is stupid or this is dumb or whatever, and I'm like, no, it's not. You're amazing and you're awesome and do whatever you want to do. And I hate that they feel that way, but clearly other people in the world makes you feel stupid for trying things and doing things.
Yep.
Block out that noise, and you should be surrounding yourself around people that are consistently lifting you up and not tearing you down.
Especially the whole trying to become an influencer thing. That is so humbling. We've all done it, where you're trying to make a video or whatever, and you're doing it for one reason or another to better your life or better your family's finances, or like, you would try and support that. Your friends should be commenting, liking, sharing, hyping you up.
But it's hard because you really do see people's true colors, especially when you're putting yourself out there. Even with this podcast.
I know, it's sad.
I feel like our true friends are coming out of the woodworks by supporting us or not supporting us. And I feel like I've been very surprised in good ways about people supporting me, and surprised in bad ways. People I thought would have supported me, just silent.
I know. I agree. And it's so sad.
Yeah, or they'll make comments or little like jabs. Actually, there are people in my life that make jabs and are kind of rude. And I'm like,
I know, but that's the thing. What do you do with those?
The jabs, you gotta rise above it and not let it affect you. But I'm realizing those people don't want... Here's the thing, it's jealousy. It's like there's something inside of you that wishes...
It doesn't feel like jealousy, though.
What do you...
Like, when someone's jabbing, like, when we started the podcast, what are some of the worst comments you got when we started the podcast? Do you remember?
Do you?
Mine were ones that were like, oh, I could never, you're so brave. Those type of comments.
I could never,
good
like,
for
whoa.
You. Even though that sounds nice, but the way that they were saying
yeah.
it.
And the thing is, too, I'm trying to think of an exact comment where it would be like, oh, are you actually going to get people on the podcast that are known?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you even make money? Yes. Oh, the money comment.
How many listeners do you have?
Yeah. Or
even just asking those bold questions.
Like, oh, whoa. The passive aggressive.
Yeah. Passive aggressive comments, because that's what's hard. That's not enough to really end a friendship. You could talk to them about it, but I feel like I never addressed any of those comments, just because I'm like, yeah, it is what it is, and clearly you don't like my podcast, but it's fine.
But not even like my podcast. It's like you're not supportive of me trying to better myself or do something or anything.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, I'm thinking of someone specifically in my head, and I should have written down all of the little comments because there's so many that this person has made.
Yeah. So that you can read it back to them? Or
No. Just you saying what's the worst comments. But it's not like, oh, your podcast sucks ass. It's little jabs where you're just like, I can't believe you're saying this. But also, I am choosing to look at them with more grace, where I'm like, something inside of you is feeling triggered by me trying and me going out and putting myself out there. That's making you uncomfortable for some reason.
Yep.
And that's either you wish that you could do something like that, or you're scared of my potential success, or you're wishing that you had more money financially, or something is inside of you. And sometimes I don't think people even realize that they're acting that way. It's just coming out of a place of insecurity and lack. They don't know what to
do with emotion, but they're aware enough to not full on be like
supportive
or not rude.
Yes. I'm clocking it where if people aren't supportive of other people, especially when they're trying to put themselves out there, not just influencing, but just anything, I hate that energy where I'm like, no, because you should feel amazing for trying anything.
Yeah.
I think too, I have more of a soft spot because I've tried so many things.
And just put yourself out there.
Yeah, and put myself out there. So I have this empathy and appreciation for that.
But you can tell the people that have put themselves out there because they are our most supportive people. And it makes you want to support them right back.
Totally. But the whole influencer thing, if anyone ever is like making fun of someone that's making videos and doesn't have a following yet, I'm like, you wish you were an influencer.
Yeah. Why? If you think that's cringe, then it's because
if they're consistent enough, they're gonna hit that person that's making all those videos and getting 200 views. Yeah, you might think it's embarrassing, but in a year when they have tens of thousands of followers, you're gonna change your mind.
And it's just the amount of money you can make. It's never a dumb thing. I feel like people who are like, oh, I have this other career and I'm above the influencing idea and I have a real job and whatever, and then they laugh at people who share their lives publicly or whatever. It's like, why would you not try and do that? Not even that I'm like trying to become an influencer or anything, but people who are doing that and then are successful at it, it's way smarter than anything.
I know, but it's so much money. The influencer game right now is so hard because it's so oversaturated.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I think people are seeing this and feeling this. They're being inauthentic. And everyone's trying to make money. Everyone's out here trying to do it. And I think people are putting content out, obviously, that they think other people are going to watch and that's going to become viral. But I think right now we're all craving someone who's very authentic to themselves. I know when I'm scrolling, I want like funny. I want someone real. I want someone that's going to connect versus
more of the comfort creators and those type of things.
And I guess that's my personal preference. But
I agree. Okay,
you go. I'll go. After my last breakup, my best friend knew how much it wrecked me. She was there through all the crying, the spiral texts, the months overanalyzing every little thing he said. So when she told me we needed to talk and sat me down with a very serious energy, it wasn't something I was expecting. She told me she had been seeing my ex for months. While I was still grieving the relationship, still hoping for closure, still trying to move on, she said that she didn't mean it for it to happen and that they caught feelings out of nowhere. I felt so betrayed, not just because she was dating him, but because she had let me look so stupid. She listened to me talk about him while texting him on the side. She thought that the betrayal would hurt the most, but honestly, it was the lie. The months of pretending, the choice to protect his feelings over mine. That's what ended our friendship. And to this day, I don't know if I lost her or if I just finally saw her clearly.
You saw her clearly. I just don't feel like any good friend would do that.
Just boys.
Boys will destroy a friendship. But also, if your friend is still grieving her ex, now is not the time to date him. I feel like if it had been years, if you had an ex-boyfriend and you and Brandon had been married for 6 years, that ex-boyfriend's so irrelevant now, and they were both still single and somehow they met each other at a party and reconnected, that would suck. But also, your friendship may survive that.
Yes, exactly. It's effed up, but that heightened sense of
betrayal,
but like that sneaking around and whatever adds another layer. Like, we're meant to be, I love you. Everything feels more heightened in your relationship.
Yeah, For sure.
And
it
so,
could
and
add
then
a layer of lore to it.
Lore and just drama and dysfunction. You become really like, no, we really are meant to be together. But then also you're feeling guilty because of your friend. But a good friend, a healthy friend would have been like, I have feelings for this boy, but my friend's dealing with, he's clearly probably not ready to date either. He literally just got out of a relationship.
Yep.
I'm going to take a beat. I do have feelings for him. He's expressed feelings towards me, but I think I'm going to just put that on the back burner for now.
For sure.
Because the longevity of that relationship is questionable to me. This new relationship with the ex and the friend. Because you're already starting off the relationship on a weird footing.
But honestly, the girl who is sneaking around with the ex, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I think that some friendships are worth sacrificing if you find a guy that you love and you end up marrying him. It sucks for the friend. It sucks for the ex, but that happens.
Yes, if it's meant to be.
But there's so much context that you don't know. How long were they together for? Did this girl just catch feelings so hard and they only dated for a couple months? Or like
the weird trio. Imagine like her and the friend and the boyfriend that are always hanging out. Clearly, if they got together that quick after, the friend has had a crush on your boyfriend.
Yeah.
So that's probably a layer of it too. Oh, but just imagine you're just crying to your friend. I miss him in like the text. Oh. And secretly she's just hooking up with him.
Oh, I couldn't.
That feeling of that's like similar to like our friendship when we were both sketching around with that guy. Like you would see a text on my phone or I would see a text. I would hear something and that gut,
it's so sad.
Your stomach drops.
Yeah. And then it's like your best friend's your competition in a way. It makes you see them in a different light.
But for the girl that is losing her ex and potentially her friend now, unfortunately, you are better off.
It sucks so bad right now, though, because it's like I lost my best friend and my boyfriend. But when you meet your person, you don't want a friend in your life who will do that to you.
Yeah, that has a crush on your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And that would do that to you.
Put herself above you and go for him.
My advice to this girl that submitted this story, you are better off. It sucks.
It does suck so bad, but don't try and fight for the friendship.
Don't fight for the friendship at all. I hope.
And as they say in Love Island, you didn't steal my man, you stole my problem.
Exactly. But imagine her having to see pictures of them online and stuff.
Oh, block them. Unfollow. Or mute. Or whatever you have to do. But, like, do not... That would be advice. Is try and distract yourself as much as possible. Start dating ASAP. Get on the apps right now.
You think, like, she needs a rebound.
She needs a distraction.
Yeah.
Not even, like, a rebound. Like, hook up with them. Go on multiple dates. Have conversations with other guys.
And it seems like she's been going through it for a while. Like, she was like, oh, she was with me through the whole like, post-breakups. What is that? Like, you need to just find someone else new to have butterflies about.
Yeah, I just think once you get out, when I was going through breakups or I'd get ghosted or something and be so sad, really the only thing that genuinely made me feel better was like a good date. Not even hooking up with a guy or anything, but going out with a cute guy and reminding myself that there's so many other people out there. And then you go out with someone who's like funnier or hotter or something and you're like, why am I sad about this other boy? You know?
I know.
That's like the best thing that you could do.
I feel for that girl, though. That sucks.
I know. There's nothing worse than that. And I'm sure that's what happened to a lot of people. And then they get married and then you're sad and then...
No. My guess is that relationship's not going to last.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's starting on high dysfunction.
Yeah.
And deception. And also, I feel like if I was that girl in that scenario... that started dating the ex, I would have jealousy issues with him. Like, is he going to have a crush on something? Like, he had a crush on me or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like
cheating type thing.
Yeah, it's a weird cycle.
The morals are off.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, I'll read one. Okay. Our husbands were best friends before we even met, and the four of us became inseparable. Family trips, Sunday dinners, group texts. She was my person, the kind of friend who knew my coffee order, my cycle, my secrets. We also joked that we married into a double friendship. Then their marriage ended. Messy, emotional, full of things I never fully knew. And suddenly I wasn't allowed to stay neutral. My husband made it clear that he was sticking by his best friend. And I knew that if I kept talking to her, it would make everything more complicated. So I backed away. I told myself it was just for now, that once the dust settled, I reached back out. But she saw my silence as betrayal. And honestly, I can't blame her. I did choose a side, even if I didn't feel like I had a choice.
Oh, it's hard because it's like you had the dream. and then the dream crumbles.
And it sucks because that happens all the time.
But you should have just
friendships and divorces.
I kind of wish you would have just been friends with the wife still,
yeah,
the ex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a little
like gone to lunch on the side, not had to do double dates with her and her new boyfriend or something, but they could stay friends.
I'm so curious if it was not friends, but imagine, I just think of divorce and families and stuff. Like if my sister and brother-in-law got divorced, that would be so weird because my sister-in-laws are some of my best friends. Who do you take? You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
What sides do you take?
You would take your brother-in-law's sides.
I know, but it's like you
which is weird and sad, but also at the same time, those are weird. Divorces and families are weird because you're so close to someone at one point and then
there's just nothing.
Just never see them again.
The weirdest thing is an uncle. Imagine your aunt and uncle get divorced. I have so many of these. Your aunt and uncle get divorced. You grew up with your uncle, but then he's like no longer your uncle, and then you like run into him at the grocery store, and you're just like, "Hi, Uncle Tom," and it's like I'm not your uncle anymore.
Like,
it's
that's
weird.
Like you're my ex-uncle. Yeah,
isn't that strange?
It is strange.
How someone can be so entrenched in your family and then the next day they're just not.
Yeah, it's freaking weird.
Ugh.
But yeah, I think she probably could have tried harder. Unfortunately, that's sad. Sorry if that hurts your feelings. I think as a person who got divorced, it would probably be hard to stay friends with them too, because their husband would remind you so much of your ex-husband and what you guys had and stuff. I'd probably distance myself away from that.
I know, and I think there's a way. To this girl's credit, you were put in a very uncomfortable situation and you didn't know what to do, and sometimes you learn.
Yeah.
And you're like, next time I'll be better and do different. But in the moment, you're doing the best that you can in those really hard situations. Yeah. Moving forward, maybe in the future, you could reach out to this friend and be like, I love you. And we rebuild that if that friendship means a lot to you still. Yep. If not, then it's okay. Like, it's okay to let friends go as well.
Yep.
And that doesn't mean the time that you spent is any less special. Deep.
So deep. So sweet. Just wrap that one up.
Okay. I had a best friend from college, the kind where we talked every single day. We were super close until she got into a serious relationship and completely disappeared. No texts, no invites, nothing, unless it was about him. Then every few months she popped back with a dramatic message like, things are so bad, I really need you. And I'd be there for her every single time. I'd listen, support her, talk through things, and the moment things were okay again, boom, she was gone. This went on for years, and eventually I just stopped replying. No big fight, no dramatic send-off, just nothing. She never followed up, never asked why I pulled back or anything. I just realized that I was never her friend. I was just an emotional backup plan.
Ugh. I think that's probably one of the most common friendship breakups. I don't feel like you're putting in as much effort as I am, or this friendship's not serving me. Like, as a friend, if you're a really good friend to someone, it takes a lot of emotional effort. You have to take on a lot emotionally to talk them through their family stuff or talk them through their feelings. It is a lot. And so if you're not getting that reciprocated, then I wouldn't blame you for taking a step back.
Yeah, for sure. I'm so happy she took a step back. But then the friend not reaching back out because things are good in her life is so telling. Yeah. Clearly you're better off without her being in your life. But it is hard when you realize, holy crap, I was putting in and being the type of friend I am and giving you support and love, but you only wanted and needed me when you needed me.
Yeah, and it's sad because some people feel like that in a lot of their friendships, and then it's hard to find a friend who's down to put in that mutual effort.
I know. For me, I'm very much quality over quantity.
Yeah, for sure. You get to know your friendships where you're okay with some of your friendships not being everything to you. Like, a lot of my friends kind of let me down in that way, and I don't hear from as much or whatever. But they're good to go to dinner with every once in a while, or you don't have that same expectation for them. But they also don't have the same expectation for me either. And so when this girl is expecting so much but giving so little, I feel like it makes it really hard.
Yeah. A very uneven, unbalanced relationship.
Yep.
But also, I feel like if this girl was like so fun to go to dinner with her, so fun to talk to, I think there's a way, for me at least, with some of my friendships, I don't need to call you when I'm having a bad day, but I would love to go to dinner with you once a month and just talk. But I have my people to help me through my stuff. I don't need you. And that feels really freeing because for a long I wanted to be everyone's everything, and I wanted everyone to be my everything. And that's a lot on any relationship and any friendship.
And it's fun to have friends that don't need to get deep. It's fun to just mix it up.
Right now for me, I have random mom friends or random neighborhood acquaintances, but I don't have this desire to be best friends with them. And that feels so freeing to me because I want to matter so much to people.
Yep.
But the moment I let that go and I'm like, we can be acquaintances and that's fine.
That's been a big lesson for you.
Yeah.
I feel like you've come a long way with that in the last 2 years.
Yeah. Sometimes I think I need certain friendships or the mom friends or whatever in the neighborhood. I should be wanting to be involved in that and I should be part of that. But I'm realizing, okay, but you don't want to. So why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Because I want to be included and I want to be involved, but I also have tried to put myself out there and I will do things with the moms and I'm like, none of us are meshing.
Yeah.
You guys aren't my people.
Yep.
And that's okay too. To let them do their thing, and if they get super close, it's okay.
Yeah. And just remembering the reality of the situation. Where it's like being included also means putting in a ton of effort and showing up to things and doing things that you don't want to do. Is it really worth it just to be included?
Exactly. And I think I'm following my intuition more. If I connect with people, it's pretty instantaneous. Our vibes match. I can hone in and try to nurture those relationships and not try to force other relationships.
That's honestly the only kind of relationships I want in my life right now. That energy where you instantly like, I love your energy and I want to be more around it. That is the only type of energy I want in my life right now. Not anyone that you don't want to be around if you don't have to, especially with friendships, because you already get enough of that with coworkers or in-laws. You know what I mean? Like random stuff that you just have to put up with personalities you don't necessarily agree with.
And it's weird because the last few years I felt like, oh no, I really need to put an effort in with my community and I really need to invest in all these random people and find my chosen family here. And I'm putting too much pressure on these relationships where I'm like, it's not it.
But did you ever get down to the root of why you felt like that?
I think for me, it's a church. I'm not going to church. I don't have a ward family and community. I think that is a huge part of it where you kind of feel like this built-in, oh, Relief Society will bring you a meal if you're not feeling good, or you have someone that's checking in on you, or you know you're 3 neighbors down because of this. And I didn't have that. And so I was kind of panicking. And then I was like, okay, now I need a huge community where I live, because also all of my friends are in Utah County and I'm the only one that's in Salt Lake County.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh crap, I have no friends up here. I need to put forth an effort and energy. But then I have been the last 6 months to a year, like putting in effort and energy with certain people. And I'm like, I don't want to.
And is it bringing you that community that you're craving?
No. And I think that's what I've been disappointed in. I was really trying. And I hate trying. I'm like, I'm being a tryhard right now. And I hate that.
Yeah. Wouldn't you rather just surround yourself with people who you don't
it just
feel
comes
like
naturally?
Yeah.
And it's weird because the people I'm gravitating towards, not typically who I feel like I would be friends with, but it's just easy. The conversation flows easily. We're both like friends, but it's like no expectations or maintenance. When we see each other, it's just easy.
Yeah. That's what I want in life right now.
Yeah. But also, I want to nurture those relationships a little more where it's like, let's do a play date with our kids, or hey, I'm going to invite you to this thing, and they're showing up. But some of the other moms, I'm like, this isn't it for me.
Blame you.
And then I'll try to text these people and I'm like, oh, we should start a book club or stuff like that. And I'm not that person. I'm not like a reach out and try.
You're the one who gets invited, not the one who invites people.
Yes. But it was weird to me that I wasn't being invited, but I get it. It's like, you don't know me.
Making friends is hard right now. The stage of life we're in is so hard. I keep seeing these like things on TikTok, like these friendship meetups and stuff.
That makes me want to die.
Seriously? I don't know.
You're that energy where you would start something like that. Let's all go to the park, and that's how you're going to be as a mom. You're going to be like,
I hope me being a mom brings me more friends, because here's the thing is I put a lot of effort into having friends, especially in the past I have. And I have a lot of friends, but they're all in separate groups. Yeah. I don't feel like I have a solid, like my birthday, I don't have birthday dinners. I'll go out to dinner with you or one other person. You know what I mean? I just don't have a group of friends who's like, let's get together for Sammy. And that's sad, even though I feel like I have tons of friends. Everyone is just a separate friend. So I would love a group of friends that I could be like, let's go on a couples trip, or let's go rent out a cabin for New Year's. I have all these ideas, but I'm like, who's going to come? So I want a group of friends where the husbands get along and the wives get along and we can just raise our kids together.
But the thing is you really cultivated that, and then you kind of fizzled out with...
I know, but the group wasn't vibing, I don't feel like.
Really? We've all just known each other forever, though, so it's vibey.
Yeah. But I also feel like a lot of my current friends aren't all down for that type of lifestyle. If I were to text you, like, hey, let's go down to St. George for the weekend.
I feel like our lives...
a big house, you know?
Yeah, but this goes back to us being at different phases, like most of our friendship. Mm-hmm. You're a newly married couple. It would be so fun to have like a couple's best friend that could do all that stuff, and I'm 3 kids in, you know?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Even when I'm 3 kids in, I want... My friend Cammie, like, we went on a walk the other day, and we're like, no, look, we're going to do it, because... She feels the same way. I would be so down to go on a trip every New Year's, go to a cabin and let the kids play, and we stay up playing cards or whatever. So I hope to find that. But I feel like you have no choice but to do stuff like that. That sounds like hell for you, but I'm like,
yes, no.
It would be worth it for me to meet new friends right now.
I think, too, my motto has been, if I'm invited, I will go. And I will try. And that has been my motto. And then finally I was like, I'm going to try to put myself out to be invited to things.
Yeah.
And then that started happening. And I was like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But if I was vibing with the people, then it would be different story.
But it's also frustrating trying to plan stuff. I think that's another thing that I want a group of people who want as much as I do. Because I feel like my friend group is full of people who are similar to you, where they want to be invited, but they don't want to host or plan. Yeah. I do host these yearly things, like my mom's chocolate night. Most everyone bails every year. It's usually like 1 or 2 people that show up every year. And so it's just like, is it worth it? I'd want to meet friends that are like die hard, show up to things, you know?
For sure. And I think there's something about new friends too, where there's more of like a zest, and you almost feel like you have to go, or you put your best foot forward and you're like, I'm going to bring you
that
a
comfort
gift,
level is
and
not
I'm
there to bail.
Yes.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think sometimes acquaintances treat me better than some of my best friends.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll drop something off or do something, and I'm like,
it's
whoa,
so
like
true.
You're literally at random.
Yeah, it's so true. Because they're like, knock, knock, I want to pursue this friendship.
Exactly. And then your other friends are like crickets, because it's like, oh, we have this well of history that I can fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I am kind of craving that new friendships. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, let's love each other. Let's serve each other. Let's do these things.
Yeah.
And I think, too, I am craving a later in life friend. Like a new friend that doesn't know me.
Yeah.
But also unlocks like a different facet of me.
Yeah.
Because I know that there's more of my personality inside of me that isn't being tapped into. Oh, those were good ones, guys.
I know. It's kind of sad.
I know. It kind of put me in a little bit of a, not like mood. It's just kind of sad.
Yeah.
We'll be your friend. So we won't screw you over.
But yeah, honestly, friendship breakups aren't even worth it, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think you could just, if it's not.
But imagine someone telling us that when we were dealing with our friendship breakup. Someone's like, oh, you're better off without Chelsey. You're better off without Sammy. I'd be like, no.
Like, yeah, probably. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine, though, if we would have given up? Like, what if we just broke up? Like, our lives would be so different.
So different. Our whole friendship is such a chapter book. There's so many layers to our friendship.
So that's the thing, is some friendships are worth fighting for.
And I think when your babies are here, I think it'll be a totally new chapter of our friendship.
Oh, yeah.
Motherhood together. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's like we'll finally be in the same phase of life, kind of. It's going to be weird when you have teenagers and I'm still playing Santa.
Cranking them out. It'll be really fun, though.
Mm-hmm.
How far? Okay, so if you have a baby this year, Rooney and baby will be like 3 years apart.
Yeah.
That's fine, right? You'll have a girl and she can marry Rooney.
Oh, cute. That would be so cute. Yeah, or if I have a boy, they'll be BFFs. Be so cute.
And I think, like, really, like, the cousins, that dynamic makes me realize age doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
Because literally, like, my 12-year-old nephew will play with Riggs, and they're having the time of their lives. Just playing and playing and playing for hours.
Yeah, I know. It really isn't that big of a deal. It feels like it in the moment. And, like, a lot of, like Cammie and Bailey, like, their babies right now, like, will be super close to my baby still. Just, like, a year apart, you know?
Oh.
So, like, that's still fun. I feel like there'll be, like, a lot of fun.
And a lot of your friends only have, like, one baby.
Yeah.
So when you're having your next, they'll be similar in ages.
Or I think a lot of my friends are ready to have round 2. So we'll see. But it's exciting. I know. I feel like a little misplaced right now. And I think once I have kids, I'll feel like a little bit more balanced and like hopefully like I'll be in the same stage of life as other people where it's not like, oh yeah, let's go on like a couples trip, but it's like, let's do something with the kids, or let's take the kids to Disneyland or whatever together, you know? What's so crazy, I haven't seen you in like 2.5 weeks. We have so much to catch up about because we've both been through a lot the last couple of weeks. So I want to get into your forecast.
Okay, you go.
Okay, you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go.
Okay, survived my egg retrieval. So I did my egg retrieval a little over a week ago, and it was absolutely pure hell. Nightmare. But can I tell you something? When I was driving up here,
what?
I was like sobbing in my car.
Why?
The happiest tears. So basically with IVF, they retrieve eggs. So we retrieved 47 eggs.
47,
which wrecked my body, but amazing results. So 24 of those were mature, and then 15 of those fertilized, which means made it with the sperm, right? And then we got the call that 13 of them made it to the blast phase, which is the final test before you can send them off for genetic testing. And I was just driving up here just like, 13.
And 13's your favorite number.
Yeah, 13's my lucky number. Like, me and my grandma were both born on the 13th. And it just has the best juju in my heart.
Yeah, 13 is such a U number.
I know. But I'm still a little recovering.
Okay, so you need to tell, you got OHSS.
Oh, yeah. So I got OHSS, which is basically just a complication you can get. So all the follicles grow, and then they take an egg out of each follicle. But when you get OHSS, the follicles will fill back up with fluid, and then that fluid can like overflow and leak into your abdomen and eventually get into your lungs, and then they'll have to drain it out. It was so much worse than I thought it would be. I've never been so sick in my entire life. It was so bad.
You going to the freaking hospital on Sunday, like, I am dying. Take this fluid out of me. She, like, wanted to die. To die.
I was, like, having a hard time breathing. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat anything.
Just sloshing around. Like, your body's, like, filling up with fluid. Couldn't go to the bathroom. Couldn't eat anything.
Yeah, it was so
Because your ovaries, too, are still recovering, so they're massive.
They still are. You have to be careful too. You can't really twist or jump or move too much because you can get ovarian torsion, which basically means your ovaries twist on each other. And my left ovary was like clear on my right side, smushed with my right ovary because it had so many follicles. It was crazy. Anyways, long story short, I just feel like I'm reaching this happy point of infertility.
Yeah.
And I have this playlist that I was listening to, and I just was listening to it on the way up here. And I am just picturing all these happy things because at this point, like, next week we'll find out, like, the genders of all of our embryos and how many made it, which I feel like we'll get a pretty good outcome with getting 13 to go into. But I'm shocked how much of a mom I feel to these babies. Like, when they're like, hey, we're going to ship them off to the genetic testing, I'm like, okay, like, make sure that they're safe. I just am like, oh my gosh, I'm a freaking mom. It's mine and Hayden's DNA just out there growing. It's so weird.
It's so, you text me and you're like, Billy, be nice to your siblings.
Yeah, like literally. But I'm just so happy.
Because I feel like you went through like walked through fire and you're finally coming out on the other end. And I didn't think that it could get any worse. I feel like IUI and that medication was so horrendous on your body, and then this was like
I need to show you a picture of my stomach. It was like bruised, and then I got like an ice burn on this side because I left my ice on for too long, and like my whole I was completely miserable, like giving my shelf shots on the side of the road coming home from St. George.
But even getting ready to trigger and all that stuff, you were like delayed, your ovaries are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Every day for the last 2 weeks it's been worse, like bad, and then it was peaked. Like, yeah, peaked probably on Sunday and then finally started to.
Yeah, and yesterday, you're like, you look like you're about to pass out. I'm like, I feel like I'm about to pass out.
Yeah, when I saw you yesterday, your equilibrium was off. Like, you were walking and you looked dizzy. And I was like, are you good?
Yeah, but it's been over a week, so I'm just trying to get back to normal life. Trying to take things slow. I feel like I'm climbing up the mountain. I feel like I got to one of the scenic lookouts towards the top, and I'm like, holy crap, this view is amazing. And the rest of the hike is pretty easy. And so I'm like, wow, I'm just crying tears of gratitude. I just feel so grateful for my outcome and that I'm to this point, and that I'm hoping we'll have a transfer in the fall and find out that I'm pregnant and just have the happiest next few months. I'm just feeling so happy about it all. So that was my That was
I
long.
love that. No, it was perfect. Talk about it forever.
Much needed to update. Oh, loved it. Can I tell you the nicest thing?
Yes.
So as you guys know, my mom died.
That's your diary.
My mom died.
Diary. My mom's dead.
No, I like talk about it enough for you guys to know. Anyways, I just like context. My dad got married pretty quick, and he married the best woman. She is so much like my mom.
So sparkly.
Her and my dad are in town, and she bought me a like lilac minky and brought it to me. And did she use our code? Yes, actually. Hayden was like texting her, and he's like, I told her to use your code. So she bought me, shout out Minky Couture, but she bought me this like giant hugs purple blanket. And she's like, I got it because I wanted you to feel like your mom was giving you a hug. Cutest, sweetest thing. Comes into my room, tucks me in with the blanket, and I just feel so lucky that I have her. And she's just so good, doesn't overstep her bounds, never wants me to feel like she's trying to replace my mom, but still gives me that motherly energy, which is everything to
especially
me.
when you need it.
I don't know, she just has such a way of, oh, this reminded me of your mom, so I bought it for you. Oh, I know you and your mom did this, so like I made it for you. She just is so nice. So that was like one highlight of my week that I was like,
I love that.
I love you, and I'm so grateful. My dad has talked about it before, but he's like, I genuinely feel like mom guided me to her.
Yes.
Which, obviously, it's tricky terrain to navigate, especially since my parents were never divorced. My dad falling in love with someone else. But he just did such a good job picking her, and I just love her.
Yeah.
Oh, learned. So I decided, I feel like me as a friend, my history of friendship, I would say I'm like a very like thoughtful friend, right? I'll drop something off or send cookies or make a basket or do something, right? For a friend when they're going through something. I'm thoughtful, but I'm not like serving. I don't serve any of my friends. Like my friends who made me dinner when I was going through my surgery or offer to come hang out with you or give you their time and their service, like actual service. I'm like, I want to be like a serving friend and not just a thoughtful friend, you know?
Do you like being served?
It makes me like a little bit uncomfortable, but when you're in like that desperate time and somebody takes time out of their day to carve out time to make you a homemade meal and bring it to you and check in on you, and I don't know, just something about that is so much different than just dropping something off is obviously so nice, and that's like usually my go-to is just door dashing cookies or something. But I just am realizing I need to just do more service where it's like, hey, I'm thinking about you and I put a lot of effort into this. That means like so much when you're really going through something, especially because I don't have my mom. I feel like that energy means so much to me.
I was just thinking that because for me, I don't ever
You're like, I don't want service.
Well, it's like I want service from my mother-in-law and I want service from my mom because they're like so cozy to me where I need that so desperately from them. I need them to literally make me soup and literally clean my floor when I can't or do my dishes. But I would not want anyone else to do that for me.
Yeah, see, I would probably feel that way if my mother-in-law and my mom were like that, you know?
Yeah.
But
well,
like,
your mom is like that. But
my mom is like that, but my stepmom was far away. But since I don't have that in my life, like I feel like
you want to like give that energy.
I have a specific friend, Tori, who she is very in tune with what my mom would do, what my mom would want her to do type thing. Where I feel like in those moments where I need, she is like, okay, I'm going to take over and take care of things and like give me that motherly energy.
Yeah,
which I
love that
so much, you know?
And I feel like especially when you're in desperate times, like when I was on Bed Rest, I remember my friend Rachel, she came over and literally was cleaning my house when I was sitting. And that is usually so like, no. I don't even let people in my house when it's not clean. I hate that. Yeah. But she just kind of showed up and she just did. Yeah. She's such a doer. She's such a mom, like a mom energy. But it's like, I feel like I have to be at a level of comfort to receive that well. It's true. You do. But I think that I have so much respect for people who can just show up and do it. But that's the thing is like someone texts me and is like, oh, like, hey, like you're not feeling good. Like, what can I get you? Like, what can I do for you? Which that's so nice. Or like when I lost my mom, like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, how can I support? Like, how can I support you is like a great question. And I ask that too because there are certain trials that my friends go through that I'm like, I don't know what to do here. But I think like when it's obvious, like when someone's sick or when I had surgery, that type of a thing, or if like someone has a baby or someone's down bad, right? Like you can show up and be like, okay, like 911 emergency, I'm gonna help. Not that I really needed my house clean. It's like wasn't to that extent.
But I'm just saying, like, that service side of it just doesn't feel like I have like my random friends who are just like, what do you need? And it's like, I'm not going to tell you what I need.
I personally don't like, how can I help, or what do you need? I'm like, do anything.
Like, either it's like, I think, how can I support you is a good question in like moving forward. Okay, like, hey, I just found out my husband lost his job, or my dad got diagnosed with cancer, something. And then it's like, okay, how can I support you moving forward? Like, do you want to talk about it? Is it hurt if I bring it up? Like, whatever.
Yeah, like those type of
things. But when it's like, hey, like, I had a really shitty day, it's not like, what do you need? It's like, just do something.
Yeah, and for me, it's like, I'm very easy. Yeah. Like, if someone texts me, hey, thinking of you, love you, that means the world to me. Like,
but is that enough?
Well, I feel like with certain friends, obviously, like with a best friend,
family.
I'm gonna expect a little bit more, but it's any thought means so much to me.
Yeah.
Big or small. Like, you're showing up in any way you can, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But the no support when you're going through a hard time is like hard for me, especially people that are close to me. I'm like, where are you?
See, that's what's hard. Because I think in that, I don't know. I just think I was like pleasantly surprised. Like, my sister-in-law made me dinner. Like, my brother just dropped off breakfast one morning without even asking. I'm thinking of you, therefore I do. Like, I want action. Like, I want to be
take
like,
action.
you know, there's those type of girls who have the freaking traveling casserole dishes because they make meals for other people. Like, they're just servers. And
that's literally my mother-in-law, honestly. Yeah. And my mom. They're both so service oriented, and that's probably like, I feel very spoiled.
I love it. Okay, a couple things. I did have one question for you, though. I wrote down a thought that I want to pick your brain on. I haven't watched the most recent episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty, but the one before. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I'm one behind too.
So, like, where she goes wedding dress shopping?
No, I haven't watched that one. So am I 2 behind?
Yeah, you must be 2 behind. This doesn't spoil anything. Can I talk about it? So, you know, like, her mom doesn't support her engagement, right? Mm-hmm. So, Belly. That's worse than Bella.
I know. Belly.
Yeah, so Belly's getting engaged. She's too young. If you don't watch the show, basically this girl gets engaged to this guy. They're way too young, which is what, like 22? Like, the age you got married? Yeah. Not even?
No, they're 20.
They're 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're 20. Still pretty young. But their families don't support it. And in this episode, she's saving up all this money. Her parents won't pay for the wedding, don't support it, want nothing to do with this wedding. First of all, I just hate the mom character. She pisses me off.
Oh,
like,
Laurel.
I just really don't like. The dead mom is so much better.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's saving up all this money, going to some prom dress shop to get her wedding dress, and her mom's like, I'm sorry, but I'm not coming. And she's like, please, mom, like, just come with me. I'm going to pay for the dress. Please just come. Like, I need you there. And she's like, no, I'm sorry. I don't support this. I'm not coming. And I cannot with that energy. If your kid is doing something that you don't support, I think the right thing to do is sit them down, have a conversation. Most likely the scenario would be like your kid's marrying someone that you don't approve of. But I think that you should say, I think you're making a mistake, but if you really want to see this through, especially because she's marrying her childhood best friend. And then in the episode, Jeremiah's like, but I think my mom would approve of this. And she's like, you don't know what your mom would want. And that pissed me off. But what are your whole thoughts on that? Like, the moms and dads who, if you can't stand by something, so you don't do it.
I think from personal experience, what I've done in the past is I have straight up said to someone, I don't agree with this and I think you're making a mistake. But I love you and I support you and I will always love you and I will be there for you. Yeah. But I don't think that this is the right choice.
I think that's totally fine.
And then you show up because they're still going to do it. So would you rather have the memory of being there and being there to support, but it's going to suck when it crumbles and falls? You're going to be like, told you so. But the lack of support isn't going to change anything.
But I'm talking about like a mother to a child.
Yeah, I feel like
it's so much different where now your daughter's going shopping with her friend's mom because you're not going. And she's crying all the way there because you think I'm making a mistake. But
no, it's like you begrudgingly go, mom. And not even begrudgingly. You just say that and then you're there.
You have a conversation and then you support.
Yeah.
Now you're creating more of a divide between you and your kid by not going. The whole episode, I want you to watch it because I was raging. I wanted to text you so bad, but I was like, I'll save it for the podcast because it was making me so mad.
Yeah, no, that's really annoying.
Do you like Laurel or whatever her name is?
She's very mid.
I just don't like her personality.
But like when Belly walked it down in that cute blue dress and she's like, oh, Susanna would have loved you in this dress, I felt the same feeling where I was like, oh, I wish Susanna was here.
She was so much better.
And she was just such a good surrogate girl mom too. Just spoiled Belly and gave her all this stuff and did all the things.
I feel like she would have been more supportive and not as cold. And when Jeremiah was like, I think my mom would have approved of this, she's like, you don't know what your mom would want. None of us do, unfortunately. And I'm like, bitch, take a seat. Yeah, like, not all moms are bitchy like you.
Yes. And I think too, I feel like Susanna would have been like, I don't approve of this, but of course, Belly, I'm going to go shopping with you. She would have done that. But also, one of my things was Summer I Turned Pretty, that I'm loving it, but I'm like, this is garbage.
Yeah, and we're garbage.
Desperate for this type of something, but I'm watching this and I'm like, how is this the most popular show on television?
I texted you that. I was like, do you like this show? It's the worst, like the first episode, but now I'm getting a little bit more into it.
You get desensitized and you get into it, but I'm like, this isn't good. Honestly though, Conrad, like, I do have a deep love for him. He's on my screen. That redhead chick, the friend, I'm like, you suck.
Did you read the books?
No.
So I don't know what happens. I assume she probably ends up with Conrad. I have no idea, but I don't know what's happening, this whole love triangle thing. But also, I feel like it's getting ruined. Like, I'm like, you're going to get engaged to his brother. You can't be with him now. You've taken it too far down the road, author.
And that's what everyone's saying, like, on TikTok. They're like, Team Conrad, get the hell out of here and find someone else. Belly and Jeremiah, you can have each other.
I was Team Conrad, but it's just ruined. The fantasy of that is ruined by what's playing out.
I know, but who knows? I just do not like Jeremiah. He's a bad actor, too.
Oh, he's so bad, and he's not cute.
He's not cute, but he does give Peter Pan grown-up vibes.
Like, dollar store version.
Yeah, dollar store eyes. But I'm like, you're not a good actor, but Conrad is. I hope that actor, I don't know his name, I hope he's in something good coming up.
Yeah, he was on an interview on Biofiles. I don't know if you listened to it, but I got the vibe that he felt like he was too cool for this role. They're like, oh, is there any times that you've been super proud of your acting in this season? He's like, there was like 1 or 2 times that I was like, that was meaningful, that was good. But I just feel like he kind of is like, I'm in this stupid, cheesy chick flick.
Yeah. But the next role, I could see him like in a really good drama or a really good,
totally. I think
show.
so too.
And I feel like we could see a little bit more of his acting.
Like,
I think,
flex his skills.
Yes. But like Jeremiah, his acting, garbage. Belly too. She sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
You know who I love though is Taylor and the brother. What's his name? Sean?
I don't know. But yeah, I like Taylor, but the brother is kind of whatever.
I just like their banter and their chemistry. And Belly and the brother, their chemistry is really good.
Belly's dad? I'm like, who hired this man? He's the worst. He's the actual worst.
Yeah, no, it's so...
Also, did you upgrade your Amazon to no ads?
Yeah, I've always had that. Why? Do you want to know my login?
No, because I have Amazon Prime, but now it's like just recently shifted where you have to pay for...
Yes.
So
that's my extra like $3 a month, huh? From Amazon.
Oh, is it?
Because it's separate. It's like a separate Amazon charge.
I don't watch anything on Amazon besides that. And so I'm just like, no, it's not worth it though, because my Amazon's connected to like my Kindle Unlimited and all the things. So I want to stay logged into mine, but this whole interface and the ad thing sucks so bad. Okay, you go.
Okay, so that was, I think, my love it.
Okay.
Was Summer Turned Pretty, which is weird because I'm like, it's not good.
Love it / what?
Yeah, / huh? Who am I? Okay, did it. Oh, this was cute. So this last week I took my boys down to Provo and I took them to all my childhood spots.
Oh yeah, I saw your post about that.
Yeah, I grew up going to the pharmacy to get penny candies, and I went to Seven Peaks, and I drove by all my old houses and was showing them everything, and I was like, this is so special. Another generation is doing the things that I did and I loved. And it also made me tap into kind of that childhood nostalgia. And there's something about being nostalgic that really breeds so much. I wonder what the chemistry is because it breeds so much joy.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm like, oh, you have a life and it means something. And you have memories that are meaningful.
Yeah. The happy times stay with you.
Yes. And just like even like thinking about my house, and my mom was with me and we were going on drives and she was telling me, she was like, oh, tell me something, a Seven Peaks story that I don't know. And so I was telling her, remember Seven Peaks dances?
Yes, but I never went to
one.
You
never? Oh, they're the trashiest thing.
Yeah, that's why I never went.
They were garbage. And so me and my friend Ellie, we would go. It was probably 7th or 8th grade. And you just like, what was it called? Like grinding? Like dirty dancing with boys. But what was that called?
Yeah, grinding. Like he grinded on me.
Yeah. And I didn't know how to grind. No, there's another word for it though, too.
No, it was grinding.
No, it was grinding, but there was like another
Because it's like he tried to grind on me.
Yeah, but grinding. But there was like another. Anyways, I didn't know how to grind. And we were getting ready for the 7 Peaks dance. And I told Ellie that. And she's like, I'll teach you. So she was teaching me how to grind in my bedroom. And I remember like my purple bedroom. And we were listening to Soldier Boy. And she was teaching me how to grind. And she's like, okay, now you put your arm like around his neck. And then you just like sway your hips. And she was like teaching me how to sway.
That's amazing.
And then my dad walked in and he got so mad at us. He made Ellie go home. He was like
Do you think
horrified.
You guys were like lesbians or
maybe?
what?
I don't know. All my childhood in trouble stories are with Ellie. I have so many. But that night I grinded with Taylor Gibbons.
Oh,
of the 7 Peaks dance.
That's just pinnacle of teenagehood.
It was so iconic, but it was fun to just go down the memory lane with my mom with the boys and everything. And then she was telling me it's right next to BYU housing, 7 Peaks. So she was telling me like, oh, I lived in King Henry and this used to all be farmland. And she's telling me her.
It's like 3 generations. That's so special.
Yeah, it was really fun. So that was what we did. And then, felt it. This is gross, but I felt food poisoning.
Oh, yeah. You will feel that.
Me and you both had the worst weeks of our life.
Oh, yeah. I shit my pants like 4 times. Both just sleeping on the bathroom floor.
It was the worst. Honestly, last week was like one of the worst weeks of my life.
Oh my gosh, we need to talk about it.
We found out horrible family news about someone I love and an illness, which was devastating.
Mm-hmm.
My AC in my house still isn't working, ... 3 weeks later, guys. Like, it's still not working. We bought a whole new system for $10,000. Didn't work. Might have to get a whole new system for $10,000. It is just a shit show. So we've been staying at my in-laws. And then it was just like so much like boom, boom, boom. Like all of these.
Boom this, boom.
Like financially, no house, illness, and then food poisoning was the peak.
From the nacho cheese.
I think it was the nacho cheese at the movie theater, but I can't even think about it. Everyone's like, what was it? I'm like, I can't even think about it. I am not kidding. I feel like everyone's like, yeah, we've had food poisoning. No. There was a demon inside of me.
It's that food poisoning where you're like, it's like something in there needs out. Like it.
And like you have
no control.
No control of your body. Like zero control. And I had never experienced anything like that. I straight up slept on the bathroom floor because there's no point in me standing up and walking to the bed. Like, there's not enough time.
Mm-hmm. So they gotta make toilets a little more comfortable or a way to lean somewhere.
No, I literally just put a pillow on the ground and would just like put my head and then just or go to the bathroom like all night. And then it was horrible. And Brandon was sleeping in our house to try to help with the AC or whatever. And I called him like 5 a.m. and I was like, you have to come because like I cannot physically take care of our children. If I stand up, it will come out of me.
Oh my gosh. So what did you do?
He just came and took care of the kids and I laid in bed. Finally around 6 a.m. I stopped throwing up my guts, but then the rest of the day I was still just like toilet bound.
Oh my gosh.
It was 24 hours. It was full-blown food poisoning.
Ugh, it's the worst.
That was just the peak of the worst week.
Just humble you, just like slap you down harder. Yeah. And then you're just like, okay,
but
at least I have my health.
But I'm also just like, what did I do in a past life to deserve this hell? Mm-hmm. Like, it was so low of lows.
Just all at once.
Yeah, it was bad. But then you always swing back. You get up, you dry up in there, you start firming up.
I was like, I will never feel normal again. But then you just do.
Yeah.
It's amazing and I'm grateful.
Resilience is a real thing, I guess. But that
Can I tell you one thing?
Yes, please.
I was so rock bottom all week. It had been probably 6 days at this point, and Hayden had seen me. I won't even get into it, but like he saw the worst of me. And there was one day I probably hadn't showered in a couple of days. And he like walks in and he's just like, how's my little troll doing? And I was like, I'm a troll. Like, I'm a straight up troll. And I think he fell out of love with me last week. It's like we're trying to have a baby, but like he straight up fell out of love with me.
You text me that and I'm like, no, he loves you more knowing that you've gone through this. But the thing,
I'm like, I'm a troll. And then I was like, am I strong? He's like, I wouldn't really call it strong, but like I would call it like resilient. And I was like, okay, because he's like, it's more than strong. You have to be resilient to even handle it. You're getting through it. You're not just like carrying it. I'm like, okay, you saved yourself on that one. It's funny.
But there's nothing to like a husband to humble you because a mom, they just love you.
They don't care. Yeah,
and they don't care.
Like, have you showered today? I'm like, sorry, bro. I'm trying.
Oh, it's so bad. But honestly, like, The things Brandon has witnessed honestly come out of my body.
Yeah.
Humans, poop.
No, that's the thing, is luckily he still hasn't seen poop, even though, like, I did poop myself, but I cleaned it up before he saw.
Oh, he hasn't seen the worsted yet.
No, but that's, I tell all my friends about having a baby. My biggest fear is pooping on the table.
Oh, no.
Girl, you have way bigger fish to fry or whatever.
No, really. Brandon, I don't know how graphic I can be, but it's like,
what's the worst Brandon's ever seen you?
Probably definitely like shoving a suppository on my butthole.
He shoved it up there? Oh, yeah.
On all fours, butthole in his face.
See, I'm like 2 years married and I think we've experienced it all. I haven't seen nothing yet.
And the thing is he loves me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you should be so disgusted by me.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, after this project, you gotta like lay on your side and like wait, and then like the poop comes, and then you just have to run to the bathroom, and he just will sit in the bathroom with me and like be like, are you good? Like, and I'm like,
how to poop with him in the room?
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, I would never. I need a fan on. I need like 2 doors in between us. I can't.
Like, he's never even heard you like fart?
Oh, he has, for sure. And like I'll sit on the toilet and like rip it, and then he'll be like, ew, you know. But me personally, for me to relax my butthole, I need 2 doors between us and the fan on.
But I mean, he's definitely seen me poop, but I want privacy. Like, I don't want.
Like, if you're in a hotel room, are you like closing the door? Or you just leaving it open and you're just like,
I'm not like a Bailey Larson.
Oh my gosh. The amount of times I've been in the room just like steamy poops with her. I'm like,
no, she's disgusting.
I'm in the bath, bro. Don't poop right now.
No. There's another layer with her. It's like, I don't want to poop around him.
Yeah,
you
would if you had to.
I definitely would if I had to, but I'm not like, babe, you know what I mean?
Pooping in front of someone, it's so funny because like you think about like watching your kids poop, and they're just like, and then just like clink. And then, like, I feel like I've like watched my friends poop. I haven't like watched someone poop in a long time, and it's just a very weird experience.
There's those people though. It's like a Bailey where it's like I can like close my eyes, picture her pooping on the toilet, but you're not even like a farter.
We should leave this in here and just test out the water, see if she listens to the podcast. She'll never know.
No, she'll like own it loud and proud.
Oh yeah, like I won't even fart in front of you. I get mortified. Something
I know, it's
about
so weird.
it.
Like, I'll definitely
need to, like
fart.
really tap into that.
There's just those people though.
Yeah.
You know, that are like, that's their energy.
Mm-hmm.
But is Hayden gross around you?
Yeah.
Like, he poop in front of you?
I don't feel like he would poop, but he like rips ass, like hard ass.
But the thing is like, I wouldn't put a suppository up Brandon's ass.
Same. I don't think a lot of couples would.
No, but Brandon does it for me.
Well, I don't know what I don't know what situation you guys have going, or like what kind of desperate terms. You were constipated. Why couldn't you put that up yourself?
Because it's like
Brandon he married you, he loves you, but I would be like, I would rather anything than make Hayden put that up my butt. I would be like, I will not poop. It's okay. I will die of constipation before you put this up my butt. But it works for you guys, so that's great.
No, that's one thing I will say about Brandon. I feel so comfortable. I don't know. It's like that take care of. He's never made me feel gross.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, babe, do you ever get the ick by me? There's so many things where I ick myself out. Yeah. Where I'm like, I'm disgusted. I'll just catch myself and I'm like, you're gross. You're so gross. I'm just like, ew. But he's like, I've never.
That's cute.
I know, and I feel that. I feel that to my core. And it feels really nice knowing someone that loves me that way.
Yeah, it's like this comfortability, this safety. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was like so funny. Sorry, guys. Carly, can't wait for you to listen to this.
Well, you just can't help ourselves.
Oh, what's a suppository? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Your girls are kind of struggling right now. But we out here.
We out here fighting for our lives.
And honestly, the lows make the highs high. You know?
The highs are worth the view.
Don't you think?
Oh, 1,000%. It's just hard to feel that way when you're really going through it.
Yeah, but once that high hits, you're like, everything's worth it. Nothing's sad.
I know. You need to remember that.
You do. But I feel like I'm starting to remember that and seeing the benefits of the lows and the highs.
Okay, remind me that when I'm going through another low spell. I'm definitely coming out of it.
Yeah.
Ish.
That's fine.
Deep-ish.
We'll take it.
Okay, guys.
That was a long one, but we love you. Thanks for joining us for another car episode. And reach out to your friends. Fight for those friendships.
I know that's one thing where I'm like, maybe some of these can be salvaged.
Just fight for the good ones. Fight for the good friendships.
The right friends.
Because friends are everything. Friends are so fun to have.
So important.
So important.
Yes, you need friends.
Even if you have a bunch of cousins.
Even if you have a husband who will shove stuff up your butt. You need friends.
You really do. It adds so much to your life. And if you need a friend, we'll be your friend.
Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you next week.
Okay. Love you. Bye.